It could be as early as shortly after 6 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. Oh, I'm not talking about the arrest of Donald Trump. That's gonna pale in comparison. So several weeks ago, I mentioned to you guys that there's a danger looming, that Russia and China were trying to figure out a way on how to basically destroy the United States without having to get bloody about it with bombs, because we do have military things that if we used them, it would make things very bad for both those countries. And some of those things are beyond your imagination. They know we have that stuff. But the key to warfare is to disable your enemy's ability to prosecute a countermeasure against you. Are you hearing me, everybody? You don't need to blow up your enemy in a battle as a nation. All you have to do is cripple them enough so that they cannot keep their supply chain working militarily. So, for example, what good is an aircraft carrier if you somehow disrupt its nuclear capabilities to power itself? What good is a fighter jet if it has no fuel? So China and Russia got together and they tapped Iran. And they said, this is what you're going to do. You're going to call your arch enemies, the Saudi Arabians, and you're going to tell them, no more selling oil in US dollars. Russia and China, including Iran, what we need we'll buy from you in our currency. And immediately, in nanoseconds, the United States lost hundreds of billions of dollars. Then they picked up the phone and they called Brazil this week. And China struck a deal with Brazil. Want to do business with us? Great. No US dollars. You know, I don't know if you know this, I told you last week, if you're going to do international business, it's through US dollars, ladies and gentlemen. Not anymore. Brazil said, okay, we'll trade with you. No dollars. We lost billions of dollars last week. India, this morning, just signed a deal with China to no longer honor the United States US dollar. What does that mean? That there's a high probability that tomorrow morning, just shortly after 6 a.m. New York Pacific time, the U.S. stock market will crash. Why? Because you know the money that you got during COVID? That had to come from somewhere. So you know all the billions of dollars we're spending to all these new programs? Bailouts and stuff? Come on, were you expecting to do okay while sending billions of dollars to the Ukraine? We can't fix Mississippi and the tornado. We're sending money to Vladimir Zelensky. If mammon is a god, as Jesus says it is, there's only two, you know. Jesus said you can either serve God or mammon. Looks like one's coming down. It's best to invest in the God that cannot come down or be torn down. I know this. Jesus Christ owns me. And by his grace, he's allowed me to own him in my heart and in my life. Whatever money I have, I may not have 24 hours from now. And there ain't a thing you can do about it but trust in God. And all God's people said,
Amen.
Amen. God bless you.